Hello and welcome to 2-8. Today we're talking about estimating products. Our goal is that you'll be able to estimate products by using rounding and compatible numbers. Now, compatible numbers are a little bit different than rounding. They just mean numbers that are easy to work with. So we'll kind of go into that a little bit. So for example, here I have estimate the product of 19 and 11.25. So I'd say, well, that's about 20, that's about 10, so it's going to be about 200. So let's look at this a little bit more. So first off, your vocabulary, I want you to write down compatible numbers are numbers in a problem that are easy to compute mentally. Okay, so it says when a problem asks for about or about how many, you can use estimation, rounding, and or compatible numbers. So please write compatible numbers vocabulary. This is something that's new this year, so give yourself a break. We're just trying to learn a new way of estimating. So here we go. Let's get started. A pet store has 12 gecko lizards for sale. Each gecko lizard costs $92. About how much money would the store make if it sells all 12 gecko lizards? So here in this case, we could keep 92 the same, change 12 to 10, because I know when I'm multiplying 92 by 10, all I have to do is write 92 and add my 10, which is 920. Like, that was easy, guys. I don't have to sit here and say 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 9 is 18, 1 times 2 is 2, right? We can do this in our head. And this is great, too, for when we need to check our answers to say, I did all this multiplication, does it make sense? Do a quick check. So by rounding one factor, the estimate is 920, right? I just rounded one. I did not round both. Okay, so let's try another way. Okay, so if we round both factors, and I say, okay, let's do 90 times 10. So I know my answer is going to be about 90, add a 0, 100 when I'm multiplying by 10. Okay, so I could say, oh, well, 900 is about the right. So before we got 920, now I got 900. Both are reasonable, right? They're within $20. Like, that's pretty good. So this is just good ways for checking your answers. We could round one factor, we could round both factors. Remember, factors are just the two numbers that we're multiplying together, and then the product is our answer. So let's try another one. Using compatible numbers. Okay, so I know 92, and it's really easy for me to multiply 90 like 100 by things. So if I take 100, multiply it by 10, and I'd say, okay, 1,000 is about the answer. So by using compatible numbers, the estimate would be about $1,000 is how much he would make. So if we use a calculator to multiply 92 by 12, I get 1,104. So all of those estimates were pretty darn close. But all of our estimates were less than the actual number. So that's because every time we did it, we rounded them down. And when we're multiplying, that's going to make a big difference. Okay, so here we're going to practice estimate by rounding or using compatible numbers. So I'm going to say, it says we need to round both factors. So I'm going to round 32 to 30 and 18 to 20. 3 times 2 is 6. Add my 2 zeros. My product is about 600. Okay. So there we go. Here it says use compatible numbers. So I'd say 98 is about 100. And 100 is easy to multiply with, right? And then I could say 83 is about 80. So I'm going to do 8 times 1, which is 8. And then I need to add in my 3 zeros. Okay, so then I know my product is about 8,000. Not so bad. So this is just kind of getting us an easy way to estimate our multiplying so that we can check our answers when we're done to make sure they make sense. So anyways, thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.